Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is OBN Studios bringing you live coverage of the EIRCA ARCA Series. Tonight we head to Auto Club for the Speak Up Speedway Classic 120, presented by DriveTrainer Motorsport. I am Nick Sasak, and in the booth with me tonight is Stephen Woods Jr. How are we doing tonight, Stephen?
I'm awesome, Nick. I've been looking forward to this race all week because I know it's going to be a good one. We raced this 2-mile D-shaped oval. It is currently permanently closed by NASCAR. It's also being demolished. It was originally made to be a clone of MIS, or Michigan International Speedway. And looking at our weather tonight, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 18% humidity, partly cloudy, with winds of 15 miles per hour. This track is a very, very old surface on it, at least in the sim, in real life, like we talked about. Not here anymore. You'll see drivers go over bumps. It's going to be very rough. Notice a high altitude. The track temperature 119 degrees. Once the track gets hotter, you'll start to see tires slipping. And this track is, you'll notice the straights can be very long here. Promotes very close racing around this racetrack. Look out for pack racing. And tonight we race for something more than just a trophy. We race for men's mental health.
The Speak Up Speedway Classic, presented by DriveTrainer Motorsport, is about more than racing. Tonight, it's about reminding drivers, crew members, fans, and friends that no one has to face life's challenges alone. Men's mental health often goes unseen and unspoken, and too many people struggle in silence. That's why we're proud to support awareness and encourage conversations that can make a real difference. If someone you know is carrying more than they can handle, take a moment to check in. One conversation can mean more than you ever know. And if you're struggling yourself, remember that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. As the field takes the green flag for the Speak Up Speedway Classic, let's remember the message behind tonight's race. Speak up, reach out, and look out for one another. From all of us at DriveTrainer Motorsport, thank you for helping drive awareness forward.
All right, there's a very important message that we all need to keep in mind as this race goes on. Now let's move on to the rest of the pre-race show. We're going to start off with interviewing some of our drivers for tonight's race. First order of business, Bennett Allen. This is the driver card up here. We're going to pull him in.
Good evening, Bennett. You got a copy?
Indeed I do.
So, you missed last week's race, fell down in the points. What do you got to do this week to get back up into that first position and secure top on the leaderboard?
I just feel like I gotta win. I like Auto Club. I miss it in real life, like we all do, but this track will kind of race more like a super speedway than more of the mile-and-a-half tracks we go to. 3 and 4 is a really good, just kind of sweeping corner. It's high speed, a lot of lanes, and so I feel like that's where you're going to see a lot of contact and good passing coming from. 1 and 2, you can kind of pull the slide job off a little bit if you can get in the corner deep enough. iRacing setup is pretty tight, so I think I just got to manage my race, and I should be able to come out on top. But that's the goal, just to win, get my points lead back, and make up for last week's, me missing it.
All right. Yeah, we expect to see a good performance from you. But how physical do you expect the racing to get tonight with all the drivers?
I'm not too bad. It's a big track, a lot of lanes, a lot of places to be. I do expect a couple cautions to kind of mix it up a little bit, but there's enough lanes where I don't think contact should be that big of an issue. If it's pretty close quarters towards the end of the race, I'll expect elbows to be out, but can't really know that until the end of the race comes upon us.
Yeah. So you said you're aiming to get first tonight, based on your 5 wins earlier this season. Definitely can happen. How do you balance aggression with avoiding a costly mistake?
Just kind of running my race. Race the track, not race other people. Kind of take what the car gives me. Like I said, the car's pretty tight, so just kind of battling that protecting the right front as best as I can. And if we get some long runs, I think I'll be able to shine there. Short runs are going to be very aggressive. You know, you're going to get really big runs from the draft. And, you know, I just got to keep my nose clean, you know. Just manage what I can manage and don't worry about anybody else.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, thank you. Is there anyone you want to shout out before you take the grid?
Huge thanks to all the admins here for putting on a good league. ARCA cars are pretty fun to race, actually. Don't like doing officials because there's no like C-class official series, so you know it's luck of the draw. But you know it's fun to race these cars around various racetracks, and just very thankful for them.
All right, thank you, Bennett.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, that was Bennett Allen. Now let's move on to Jonathan Thomas. Good evening, Jonathan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How's it going, man?
We're doing phenomenal. Excited to see some close racing. You missed last week to unfortunate technical problems the league was having. What do you got to do today to get back in the fight?
Honestly, just looking for a good finish. I mean, anything above P5, and I think I might move up a couple spots. We got a lot of guys missing races, unfortunately. Some guys that have been here for the long haul.
Yeah, and Bennett missed last week too, and he dropped down to third. What do you got to do to shut him down and get past him to help your points?
Honestly, I think he's one of maybe two people here that can win on raw pace. And the way the history has gone so far is if he finishes the race, he usually finishes in the front. So my best hope is somebody takes him out. I mean, I hate to say that for him, but that's just going by statistics here.
Yeah. Based on that,
yeah, he has a big advantage on the field. Every week it seems he kind of draws himself away. Unfortunately, we do get a lot of caution, so the restarts pull him back to us and try not to stretch it out from there. But that's all we can hope for, honestly.
Yeah, based on that, what should fans watch from you once the green flag drops? What are you going to be doing through those first couple corners and those first couple laps?
I feel like I've got a lot more practice than most people here, so I'll probably try to be aggressive and get what I can get, and then look for a good spot where I can keep pace, but keep my tires under me the whole race, you know, not push too hard, but not lose pace. Over the practice runs I've done, that's what's worked best for me.
So you are confident that your car and tires will stay strong over the long run?
Oh yeah, I think I can go the better part of a fuel run, only losing maybe a tenth or two.
All right, well, thank you, Jonathan. Good luck out there today. Anyone you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, definitely want to thank my wife for letting me do this every Tuesday night. Want to thank the league. I've been here since the start, so really looking forward to trying to get that first win.
All right, thank you, Jonathan.
All right, have a good night.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, that was Jonathan, currently P9 in the championship standings. Time to move on to Brady LaGrave. Good evening, Brady. You got a copy?
I got you.
Yeah, Brady, you missed last week and was outside of the top 14 or top 10 at Charlotte. What's on your mind today? What do you got to do to get your points back up and get in that top 10 in the championship standings?
I just gotta pretty much keep my nose clean and out of any kind of wrecks, and try and get a top 5 or higher.
Yeah, we hope to see that from you. Are you and the LaGrave boys going to be working together?
Yes. I will have one of my team drivers with me to try and get up to the front and both hopefully get a 1-2 or at least in the top 5 or top 10.
Yeah, we'd love to see that from you. Bennett missed last week just like you and just like Jonathan, so you guys are all in the same boat. You all want to get back up on that top 10 leaderboard. What is your main focus tonight? Is it pushing from the start? Is it tire management?
I want to race clean, save tires in the first half of the race, and then towards the end of the race, I'm going to give it all I got to try and make it in the top 5 or try and win it.
All right, well, thank you, Brady. Good luck to you tonight. Any thank yous you want to give out before we let you go?
I want to thank my teammates for always supporting me, and even if they're not here, they're always watching, so I want to give a big shout out to them. Give a big shout out to my stepmother for giving me this custom paint scheme that I have tonight, and I want to thank you guys for sponsoring us and broadcasting us.
Yeah, thank you, Brady, for showing up most nights and giving it your best. Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that was Brady LaGrave sitting P13 in the standings, right on the edge. Let's hope he can do something tonight. Let's look at our championship standings just to see where we're at coming into tonight's race. We got Charles Irwin, who has been the driver to look out for on the track. Been an average finish of P3. He is leading. Only 1 point over Danny Sanchez, who won last week. And then Bennett Allen in third. He has won 5 races. We're hoping to see something good out of him tonight after missing last week. He was previously in first, but dropped down 22 points behind first after last week. Miss Brandon Lawless, who didn't get to finish the race last week due to penalties given out mid-race. But if he is here tonight, we hope to see him turn that around and get back up in that top 3. Kevin Stanley, 31 points behind in 5th. Brandon Ybarra in 6th, 39 points behind. Jonathan K. Spear, 40 points behind in 7th. Zane Zwick in 8th, 47 points behind. Jonathan Thomas, we talked to him earlier, 9th place. Declan Beatty, 10th. Angelo Espo, 11th. Austin Bulkey, 12th. And Brady LaGrave, 13th. And right on the cut line, Nicholas Lamb in 14th, 86 points behind the leader. Sean LaGrave is in 15th, hoping to see something good out of him and see if he can get up into the chase. Evan G. Mueller in 16th, Chase Mark 17th, Clay Stewart 18th, Jay LaGrave with the LaGrave boys in 19th, Zane Hussein in 20th, William Marler, who is serving a 1-race suspension, in 21st, Curtis Hoyt 22nd, Dylan Matthews 23rd, Devin Matthews 24th, Bobby Luna 25th, and Ryan Taylor 26th.
Alrighty, qualifying starting up very shortly. So let's take a look at some of our drivers out on track. Looking at the number 30, that is one of the LaGrave boys. Looking pretty strong. That is not a LaGrave boy. That's Jonathan Case Beer from Morenci, Michigan. Looks like he's running the bottom lane now. Keep in mind there are many lanes around this very, very wide racetrack. He is currently in qualifying. Looks like we were a little late on that. He is currently, looks like he's about to come across the line for his first lap. This lap going to be let's see. Bennett Allen to the top of the board. Case Beer P2. Bennett Allen with a 40.379. 40.379. Bennett Allen to the top of the board. Like I said, Case Beer falls back to third. Looks like Mueller in P2. Sean LeGrave, looking at him, he's 6th on the board now. Now it looks like he's back to 7th. Angelo Esposito back to P6. Declan Beatty, top of the board, 40.374. They're going to wait again. Sean LeGrave going to get another chance. Doesn't look like anybody's going to take it. So far, Declan Beatty, quick time. Sean LeGrave going to be P7. There's Charles Irwin out on track for his lap. Declan Beatty still leading. Irwin looking. Just going to watch the tail end of qualifying. Irwin goes P3. Not a ton going on here in qualifying, but we are going to see some great feature action tonight. Nicholas Lamb, gonna ride on with him. He's from Panama. 10th quick at the moment. Brandon Lawless goes 4th quick.
Doesn't look like Bennett Allen is going to put a lap down. We'll see if he gets out the last few minutes.
Right after that report, Kevin Stanley Jr. is out. Danny Sanchez. Maybe there's Jonathan Thomas. There's a good amount of drivers. There's Jonathan Thomas from Toledo, Ohio. I knew there were more drivers more in here than just 11, and some of them are not putting lap times down. Zaneswick going to go P8. Evan G. Mueller P6 currently. Stanley going to be P2. Right, and Sanchez going to go P1 at 40.316. Top of the board. Danny Sanchez. Winner from last week. Going to set quick time in qualifying. Jonathan Thomas in P8. Bennett Allen has not set a lap yet. Two of the LeGrave boys have set laps, P13 and 14 respectively. And qualifying, I believe, wrapping up here. Nobody else seems to be on track as of current. Take another moment here to thank our sponsor, DriveTrainer Motorsport, for the Speak Up Speedway Classic 120 presented by DriveTrainer Motorsport. Remember, this race is bigger than just winning. This race is bigger than just racing. This is about men's mental health. If you're struggling, speak up. Phone a friend. There's a hotline. Go to therapy, something. And if you notice one of your friends is struggling, speak up. Sit down with them, make sure they're okay. Thank you once again to our sponsor. And as we are wrapping up qualifying, we are gonna see maybe a few drivers make a desperate run to put down a lap. If not, yep, there's the 24 car. Austin Bulkey out of Warren, Michigan. And the Jeff Gordon Tribute Scheme, one of my favorite cars to see out here on track. That scheme is looking very sharp. The Exalted Flames, number 24. Not going to be... Oh, there's the lap. He's 14th quick. 378.378 off of Danny Sanchez. There we go. Austin Bulkey, 14th quick so far, going down the back straightaway. Can he put down a faster lap? Can he put himself in the top 10? Go off of turn number 4. He's going to head through the little tri-oval part of the D-shaped oval, and he's down on the berm. Will he gain some time? He does! P8 on the board! 0.16 back off of Danny Sanchez. Your top 4, actually your entire top 5 is full of competitive race cars. Your top 10 full of contenders, and the entire field here is full of great race car drivers. There's not a single driver here that I would say doesn't have a shot to win this race. Very tight field. Half a second separating your entire field from first to last. Out of every driver that has placed down a qualifying lap, half a second. This is a very, very, very tight field. All right, we're going to do our driver spotlight here. Nick, if you could run that for us and do that.
Our driver spotlight for tonight goes to Charles Irwin, the league director and owner. He's P1 in points, average finish of 5th. We've seen him get a lot of podiums these past couple races. P3 at Phoenix, P3 at Charlotte. Hoping he can do something great tonight. He has 3 poles, didn't get that tonight. But let's see if he can drive through this field and bring it home.
All right, let's look at our grid, Nick. Nick, if you could go through our grid as well, that would be wonderful.
Taking the pole position is Danny Sanchez in the 62 car. Declan Beatty in P2. Row 2, we got Bennett Allen. Watch out for him. He's gotten 5 wins. Definitely can make something happen tonight at Auto Club. And then we got Charlie Irwin in 4th. 5th is Brandon Lolis. 6th, Jonathan K-Spear. 7th, Kevin Stanley Jr. 8th, Austin Bulkey in the 24. And that looks like it is it for who? Oh, 9th, Evan G. Mueller. 10th, Jonathan Thomas. 11th, Nicholas Lamb. And in the 12 car, qualified 12th, Zane Zwick. 13th is Angelo Esposito, and on his outside is Sean LaGrave. 15th, Brady LaGrave. On his outside, Bobby Luna. And that rounds out the grid.
All right, and thank you, Nick. And it looks like we have a new driver. Luna, I have not seen run a race yet. New driver added to the points. Maybe he could make a run at a chase spot. Because remember, at the chase break, the points reset and you have a smaller field, pretty much half of the field, where the points reset and they go battling for the final portion of the season. There are a lot of great tracks, and looks like the pace car is ducking off. We're going to go green this time by, and they are about ready to hit the restart zone. We got a Chevy and a Ford on the front row. Green flag is out. We're racing at Auto Club Speedway. Sanchez, who won the... Oh, he tagged him off the start. I believe Bennett Allen tagged him. I'm not sure who that was on, but it's a shower of sparks. Sanchez back. Irwin involved as well. Thomas, Bulky, a lot of drivers involved. Allen and Lawless going to be your front row for now. I'm not sure if anybody's going to get put to the tail, if we're going to run with this order we have now, or if we're going to reorder this, maybe put Sanchez back to the front. It looks like he may be climbing up a little bit. Same thing with Charlie Irwin. I see Sanchez going up through the front. No, is he gonna stop there? Is he gonna keep going? I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. This is our first caution of the night, and it was on lap 1. We haven't even completed a lap yet. We barely hit the start-finish line. We're gonna re-rack them, restack them, and try again. There's a good angle of that. Looks like the 15 jumped a little bit on the restart. Got a really good run. The 62 got a good run, but the 15 just seemed to be quicker than him. Looked like the front row got swallowed up a little bit because you see Charlie gaining on the 20 as well. The 62 out front a little bit. Here comes Bennett Allen down to Sanchez. He just doesn't. He tries to avoid him, but he just didn't let off enough. And then there you see it piles him up. The 20 car is well involved. And Charlie got hit. The 30 got tagged a little bit. The 24 got head damage, so he fell down the track. The 9 tagged him. The 88 got involved. Looks like Esposito in the 91. No, he didn't get involved. And then the 18 of LaGrave got involved. And I think that might be it. They got involved in that caution. The 67, what a welcome to the series. He almost got caught up in it. He slammed on his brakes. He avoided it. That pace car just went in the pits. Now he's going to come right back out. We got guys in pit road from 10th on back. There's 6 guys in the pits. Mueller, Lamb, Thomas. Actually 7, sorry. Mueller, Lamb, Thomas, Beatty, Bulky, Sanchez, and Irwin all in the pits. Brandon Lawless, your leader somehow at the end of all of that. Then it's Case Beer, Zwick, Allen, Stanley Esposito, LaGrave, Luna, now Lamb, Mueller, Beatty, Irwin out of the pits. Then it looks like possibly Thomas. Yes, Thomas is out of the pits, 14th. Sanchez going to spend a lot of time in the pits. He got rocked off the restart. There's Bulky out of the pits. Sanchez went from first to last in the span of about 50 feet. This has already been insane, and it looks like we're going to see some restarts that can get a little sketchy. Old surface paired with the fact that tires are a big factor at this racetrack. You're going to see a lot of drivers stay out trying to make the most of their old tires, and you're going to also see a lot of drivers pit. They're going to pit. They're going to try to get newer tires. They're going to try to really, gain an edge on the rest of the field, and that's just the guys with new tires are going to be a lot faster than the guys on old tires. Guys on old tires stay out for track position. Guys on the pit for new tires, they pit for speed. You're going to see a lot of that here at Auto Club. You see it in real life. You're going to see it here on the sim. Remember, all these are broadcasted from iRacing, all on the OBN YouTube channel. Bulky back in the pits, it looks like. I'm not sure why Bulky went back in. Bulky back in the pits. It's interesting. But he is back out now. Qualified 8th. now running 16th. Sanchez is no longer in last, so I'm sure he is pretty happy about that. He also gets to restart on the inside lane. And Volpe better hurry, though, as I'm not sure when this pace car is ducking off. Daytime, so you can't see the lights on the pace car, but it is ducking off. We may be single file. Looks like we're going to be single file on a restart. There it is, single file on the restart. Brendan Lawless. Going to gain a little bit of time there. Going to put a little bit of separation between him and Case Beer. Zwick in P3. That's the highest I've seen him run in a minute. Brendan Allen as well in 4th. Keep an eye out on a lot of these race car drivers that have been climbing recently. Your top 5 in points, realistically, they're all doing really, really well. Race to race. They all seem pretty consistent. Brendan Allen going to make the pass. They're battling now. Stanley is battling with, I believe, is that LeGrave? I believe that's LeGrave, maybe. Somebody's in the Surf Pro car. Every week, there's no number on the Surf Pro car. And into turn 1, Brendan Lawless does not have a super big lead over Case Beer. Right now, they're probably just going to be running laps around here. There is no stage break, just to point that out. This is not like the higher series of NASCAR, like the Cup Series, Truck Series, O'Reilly Series. It's not like any of that. There's no stage racing. It's flag to flag. It could go green the rest of the way, or there could be cautions scattered throughout. Only one way to find out, and it looks like we got an even better battle. Brendan Allen looking at the top of Case Beer. And is he going to look to the top of Lawless? He may just stay on that outside lane. A lot of people like that outside lane around this place, but some people prefer to just stick along that white line. A good battle there as he almost took a 3 wide. Will he take a 3 wide? It's a very dangerous game getting to that right rear quarter panel when you're up against the wall. Very dangerous game. Very easy to get turned. And Allen shoots down the track. He's going to put it right in between Case Beer and Lawless. And here comes Zane Zwick. Sorry, Zane Zwick is the one in that unmarked Surf Pro car. And oh, Lawless with a huge push from Zwick. Allen to the inside, working all by himself. The Toyota going to push from a Ford. And here comes the 15. Allen can't. No, he can block him. Somebody got in the wall there. It looks like Zwick. The top 5 separated by a blanket. Your top 5 within half a second of each other. That has now gone over half a second, but I believe it will accordion back in as it is. Yes. Lawless still leading. Allen just can't seem to get around him. He keeps finding clean air. Either he's trying to keep his motor cool. We got a yellow. You know, either Allen is trying to keep his motor cool by looking for lanes where he's not stuck behind somebody, or he's trying to make a pass. It's one of two things. Usually when you tuck in behind somebody, you save fuel and you save some tires. But when you're trying to look around him, try to go to the inside or go to the outside, it seems like one of two things seems to be the common denominator here. Either you're trying to cool your motor off because it's been running hot from running behind somebody for so long, or you're trying to make a pass on somebody. If you're not trying to make a pass on somebody, usually you'll tuck in behind them and you'll get close enough until you can make a pass. But it just doesn't seem like Allen is trying to tuck in behind. He's not trying to stay in it for the long haul there, it seems. He wants that lead, and he wants to lead as many laps as he can. Bobby Luna in the pits, I'm not sure. He's out of Adrian, Michigan. Not sure why he's in the pits. Oh, that was a hard hit from the 9, and he just got involved. Not like it was his fault at all. Come to a rest. Oh, that was a decent hit to the inside wall. 67 car of Luna. Nicholas Lamb, either he turned himself into LeGrave or LeGrave turned him. Irwin involved as well. That's 2 incidents Irwin's been involved in. Indirectly involved, mind you. Oh, from my point of view, it looks like LeGrave came down. I'm not one to make the calls, but man, that was sketchy down the front straightaway. Yeah, it looks like Brady LeGrave. I believe that was Brady LeGrave. came down into the 9 car of Nicholas Lamb, turned him into the outside wall. Irwin got involved, and then there, the 67 of Luna also involved. Both cars, 2 cars were directly involved, 2 cars indirectly involved. That's never, ever fun when you're behind a wreck or you're beside a wreck and it just comes up and bites you. Brandon Lawless, still your leader. Declan Beatty, P2 now. A lot of guys in the pits. Your top 5 on back. Almost the entire field, except for your top 4, is in the pits. Let's see who's going to win the race off of pit road. And it's going to be... Who won it? Who won it? I'm not sure. Esposito, it looks. Angelo Esposito off of pit lane. He is 5th place now. He won the race off of pit road. That is a big, big break for Angelo Esposito. He is from NYC, New York City. Angelo Esposito won the race off pit road, and that gives him some valuable track position. LaGrave has it. What is happening with Esposito? Brady LaGrave, the one, looks like won it off of pit road. Although we have another driver up front. Not quite sure. That's Mueller, I believe. He's down 5 laps. Luna down 2 now. Jonathan Thomas from Toledo, Ohio, currently 3rd. He was one of 4 drivers that stayed out. Your top 4, like I said, your front 2 rows have stayed out. Everybody else is going to have fresh tires and more fuel. It's going to make things interesting. Now, when you have more fuel, it puts more weight in the rear of the car. Usually, when you put more weight in the rear of the car, it's going to make it tighter. But the tires are also going to make the car a little more responsive. It's going to be a little... It's going to have a little bit more grip on your newer tires. But the fuel in the back is going to make it just a little tighter, so the car is going to handle different throughout the course of the race. The fresher your tires and the less fuel you got in the car, the looser that car is going to feel. But the more fuel you've got in it and the older tires you've got in it, the tighter that car is going to start to feel. Now you can get away with having a lot of fuel and fresh tires, but it's going to get a little difficult to just put fuel in these cars at a track that wears tires this bad. And as we're getting settled in, it looks like we may be going green this time by Lawless, Beatty, Thomas, Bulkey, K-Spear, LaGrave, Stanley, Zwick, Sanchez, Esposito. Your top 10 as they run, and then it's Allen, LaGrave, Lamb in the pits, Luna, Irwin in the pits, and Mueller. And Brandon Lawless, that is a pretty cool scheme, I must say myself. Didn't like it at first, but I have come to love that 83 scheme. I like the red numbers on the car. I like pretty much every scheme in this field is top notch. These guys do a really good job at putting cars on track, doing really good. It looks like we have 2 cars without numbers on it. Yep, that is 2. Nope, there is a number on the 17. Yep, there is a number on the 17 car, and we are almost in the restart zone. And we're on the loud pedal. We're racing once again in the Speak Up Speedway Classic 120 presented by DriveTrainer Motorsport. Brandon Lawless still leading, 13 laps down out of 60. Beatty gonna fall back just a little bit. He's not falling back any positions, but time is a precious thing at a 2-mile racetrack. Jonathan Thomas from Toledo, Ohio, P3 currently trying to charge. Here comes Bulkey to the inside. Not gonna get it. They're battling side by side here. And here comes 2 new guys into the mix. Case Beer and Stanley. Bulkey looking low. They are not quite 3 wide there, but they could take it 3 wide here in the next lap. It gets very sketchy. 3 wide battles around here are very, very interesting to watch. And we have an absolute hornet's nest up front. Your top 5 separated by less than half a second. And everybody else battling your top 10 separated by 1.5 seconds, about 1.5 seconds. Very, very close racing here, and we're going to look in Jonathan Case-Beer's car. Jonathan Case-Beer from Rensselaer, Michigan. He has been a very, very strong contender these past races. Same thing with Declan Beatty in that slow silver car, number 20. Done a very, very good job at driving that number 20 into some good position here. Not just today, but throughout the entire season. Case-Beer on the outside. He's going to pull off the pass on Declan Beatty. Thomas behind. Somebody got in the wall, and they're going to scatter just a little bit, but Case-Beer looking right. He's right next to him. He's going to try to make as snug of a pass as possible, and he's to the outside. He's going to run way up top, right up by the top side, running the Larson line around, looking to the top. He's got the lane. That was very sketchy. That could have ended up very bad off of turn number 2 there when Lawless squeezed him up. New leader, Jonathan Case-Beer, but Lawless to the inside has other plans. Who's going to lead the lap? Oh, Lawless has to get on the brakes. Case-Beer, your new leader at the line. He's going to lead lap 16. He's staying ahead. At the start of lap 17, we got, guys, it looks like a little bit of contact there. Brady LeGrave contact with Zane Zwick, and here comes the 24 of Austin Bolke to the inside. Jonathan Case-Beer, he's going to shuffle to the lead, and here, Austin Bolke going to get a push from your pole sitter, Danny Sanchez. Danny Sanchez definitely knows how to get around here. He showed it in qualifying. He got a LeGrave boy lap down, LeGrave boy on the lead lap, and I'm not sure where the other LeGrave boy went. We're missing one. Austin Bolke from Warren, Michigan. That is going to be almost 3 wide, not quite. LeGrave almost took him 3 wide, and there is Sanchez to the top. Can he pull off the top lane? We know Case-Beer can pull off the top. Danny Sanchez trying. He's not slow up top, but he just doesn't have enough for Bolke. Bolke moving his way back up. Started P8. They are both very fast race cars. Qualifying demonstrated that they had short run pace. Do they have long run pace? Here comes the 18 LeGrave to the inside. He is trying, and he is not on the lead lap yet, but if a caution comes out, he will be, and he may be trying to unlap himself. Austin Bolke, he's going to run the top side. There's a lot of guys running right up by that wall, that blue wall you see. This track does have progressive banking, so it gets more bank as you get to the top side of the racetrack, and a lot of drivers use that to help them out. And looking at the battle right now, we've got the 88 and the 5 going at it, Stanley and Thomas. This is the battle for third. So far, Thomas has got it, but Stanley looking. He's trying hard. No, he's going to fall back a little bit. We got Lawless coming back into the mix. Zwick in the mix. And second plate's going to get swallowed up as well. Declan Beatty going to get swallowed up by Thomas. Well, he goes way back up the track. That can get interesting. Lamb and Irwin still in the pits. 14 drivers currently running around this racetrack. The 88 to the inside of the 20. This is going to be an interesting battle. They both watch up a little bit. The 20 gets a little bit loose. Here comes the 83 as well. You can see him back there. Lawless into P4. And he is looking at the back of Thomas. He's right there. Lawless not going to be able to get it. Declan Beatty trying to charge a Case-Beer. Down the back chute, every car is pretty much a rocket ship around this place. They all are very, very quick. It's just a matter of who can keep it clean the longest, who can run the best long term, and who can stay out of trouble. We got a couple guys loose there. It looks like the 15 and the 83 both got a little bit sideways. Zane Zwick to the bottom of Allen, and he's got it there. 3 wide, Bolke up top. Who can run the top the best? Allen or Bulky? Bulky way up top. He's going to cut down a little bit more. He's going to play it safe. And there's still 3 wide down the back. Shoot. Nobody's got the clear advantage here. And looks like Zwick going to tuck in behind, but he's going to give a little bit of contact, a little bit of that bumper to Allen. Stanley going to tuck in behind as well. Bulky on top. He's up into the top 5. Brandon Allen way up to the top lane. He is unstoppable around the top right now. Sitting P6 on the board. Talking about guys that are unstoppable around the top side. Jonathan Case Beer with a beautiful pass around Lawless earlier in the race. That top side, you're going to start to see drivers either run it more or run it less, depending on what the car likes. Right now, they're just searching. They will probably be searching until towards the end of the race to see what their car likes. On old tires, on new tires, with less fuel, with more fuel, they're just going to try and see. Trial and error. Irwin back out on track, 12 laps down. That's not going to help his points lead. He does have an 11-point lead on second place. And we got a 3-wide battle. Here comes Allen fitting the gap. He is up to 4th. Case Beer, Lawless, Beatty, your top 3. Lawless back up to 2nd, and he's challenging Case Beer. Case Beer back to the top. Lawless back to the bottom. Running more of the middle lane there. That corner, though. Beatty behind as well. Here comes Allen into the mix. Bulky, Thomas, Stanley, LeGrave separated by a blanket. 1.2 the gap in second. Here comes Allen to the inside of Beatty again. Can he get it? Oh, into the wall goes Beatty. Allen sideways. They keep it clean, and we stay green. Case Beer still out front. These guys are trying, maybe. And there he goes. Right when I say that, here comes Lawless. The announcer's curse is striking. Lawless 1.6 back and closing down the chutes. He's got the draft. Now this is a track. It's well big enough to get some draft here. It's not like a super speedway, but if you tuck in behind a car, you will gain speed and you will save fuel. Lawless looking to the inside. Case Beer with a better drive off. Lawless can't do it. See, he's tucking in behind. He's not looking for a lane down the chutes, but he's going to look for a lane most likely into the corner. And can he get it into turn 1? Yes, he is. He's going to look for a lane. He's pulling to the inside. Can he pull off? Not going to pull off a pass, but he does have a lane, and they are side by side. No, he tucks back in. Lawless tucking in behind once more. And like I said, your top 7 separated by a blanket. Top 7 in one pack. This is great racing. Oh, there we go. Had a little bit of a broadcast moment there. Lawless looking, not quite going to get him. Here comes Beatty again. Beatty out of the line. Everybody's choo-choo training around, but Beatty says, no, I want to do something different. And he's on the bottom. Everybody else except for him, Bulky and Zwick, are the only 2 on the bottom right now in that front pack. Actually, your top 10 is pretty much all that is right there. Your top 10 running close together, and then everybody outside of that, Esposito on back, are not close. Zwick is 4 seconds back, so that is not super close, but it is still close enough to be in the front pack. And there's the 83. Maybe gave the bumper, either that or he got loose. But the 30, the 15, and the 83 all by one another. The 15 going to give a push to the 83. Or sorry, to the 30. The 83 stuck on the inside. 3 Toyotas battling it out for your lead. We're looking here on Bennett Allen's car. Bennett Allen not going to get it. No. Case Beer still your leader, as it seems to be a 4-way battle for the lead. Everybody else on back trying to get up in that front pack. Luna 2 laps down. Still up in that front pack. Mueller just running. Oh, he gets into the wall just a little bit. Mueller 6 laps down. As here comes the front pack catching Mueller. Mueller in 14th. The lap traffic is going to come into play. I didn't think it would be this early, but it is going to be this early. The lap traffic comes into play. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys combat the lap traffic. Mueller going to be the first guy most likely to go a lap down. Well, not a lap down. A lap down under green. Based on sheer pace, he may get lapped. He'll be the first guy, based on sheer pace, to go a lap down. Everybody else has gone laps down due to pitting, cautions, being involved in wrecks. Those things cause guys to go, oh, we got a yellow. I spoke too soon. Announcer's curse once again. I don't see anybody going into the pits, but oh! Beatty involved. 91 of Esposito, maybe not. Better minimum, Beatty is involved. I saw a few more drivers involved in that, but I'm not quite sure which ones they were. It was not just Beatty alone, it didn't look like. Let's take a look at that. Oh, Beatty just got loose. He got loose and spun it. Maybe somebody got him? He just, oh, there it is. Contact with Bennett Allen. He washed up the track, got into Bennett Allen, and it's just a weird angle. Put Bennett Allen on the wall and spun Beatty out. He's spinning into the infield. That was all by himself, though. It didn't look like anybody else collided with him outside of Bennett Allen. That looked to be a Beatty caution. Looks like he caused that caution. Bennett Allen, not much happening there. He just got the wall a little bit, maybe a little bit of damage at worst. We got some guys staying out. It looks like LaGrave going to take the wave around. Luna, I don't believe is. Luna does not look like he is taking a wave around. Mueller maybe taking a wave around. Irwin into the pits. Lamb, 18 laps down. He, I believe, is back out on track, taking the wave around. Everybody else in the pits. Everybody else. LaGrave is now back on the lead lap. I don't understand why Luna wouldn't take a lap back. He does not seem to be doing. All right, Case Beer wins the battle off pit road. Then it's Lawless, Stanley, Allen, Zwick, your top 5. Sanchez, Thomas, LaGrave, Esposito, Beta, your top 10. Bulky, no, LaGrave, Bulky, Luna, Mueller, Irwin, Lamb. Looks like all your drivers now, your entire starting field is back on track. And it looks like 12 of them are on the lead lap. Bulky in the pits again. I'm not sure why he keeps being stuck in the pits, but he usually seems to be in the pits the longest out of everybody else. The one time he did take another pit stop, however, that was very interesting. All right, and we got, looks like the 9 car going to be right behind the pace car. I'm not sure what's going on with Lamb. Lamb going to almost get hit in the pace car. Just avoided it. Going to go get one of his laps back. Luna still 2 laps down. For the life of me, I don't understand why he didn't take the wave around. The wave around would have helped him get a lap back, and one more caution after that, he would have been back in the lead lap. But for his first race in this league, I feel like it is very respectable to just get your tires, get your fuel, and say, hey, I'm learning this racetrack. I'm going to learn some more. Maybe if future opportunities present themselves, I'm going to take them. But right now, I'm focused on getting faster. And he's not slow by any means. Absolutely not. All these drivers are very quick. And Luna has showed impressive pace for his first start in this very, very, very competitive field. This has been a great field so far. Great battle. Great racing throughout. Case Beer, Lawless, running 1-2 as the pace car ducks off. They are about ready to go back through the restart zone and go green one more time. We're back underway. Green flag for the Speak Up Speedway Classic 120 presented by DriveTrainer Motorsport. 28 laps to go. It's going to be a shootout for the win. Lawless looking to the bottom. There goes Allen as well. Allen looking 3 wide. Case Beer back to third, but he's still on the top fighting. Thomas in 7th. He has been a mover up and down the field. Great pace out of Thomas. He's gotten shuffled up and back. Time to see if Thomas can climb back and pull it off. Luna needs 2 cautions to be back on the lead lap. Finishing races is that's what's going to help him in points. Oh, we got some sketchiness, and up front it is a 5-way battle right now. Zwick up in the mix. Sanchez also trying to get involved, and it looks like he may. Sanchez going to get involved. He says, I qualified on pole. I want to get up here, and he is trying. He's up in the 5th, and it looks like he may try for 4th. Your top 3, some of the most notable names in this league. Really, your top 5 is very notable as well. Most of these drivers mainstays in this series, and you guys, every week as you watch, you guys are going to get to know each and every one of these drivers better. And Lawless, your leader, Case Beer looking, can he pull off the inside? He's been running the top all day. Whenever he wants to pass, he goes to the top. When he wants to hold on, he goes to the top. But will he go to the bottom? No, he's not. He's going to run about middle, but no, he is. He is going to duck to the bottom. He's going to diamond it. And Lawless slow on the top. This is going to get sketchy. Oh, Allen up the bottom. He's switching lanes. He's way down low. Back to the lead. Here comes Lawless to the inside. They're ducking and darting every which way. It's incredible. 5-way battle. It's almost like a super speedway. Sanchez trying for the bottom, trying to give a little bit of a push to Lawless. And it looks like Allen's going to get a successful push from Case Beer and Stanley. Stanley, the 1 of 2 Chevys running in the top 5. No, sorry, the only Chevy in the top 5, 1 of 3 Chevys in the top 10. I stand corrected, 4. There's another one back there. All right, there's just more Chevys coming in every which way, every moment. And one of the 5 up top, I don't think he collected the wall. That was very impressive. I didn't see anything come off that car. Very impressive to keep it off the wall. As they roll down the backstretch, it is just a swarm of race cars. In the 15, Bennett Allen, now your leader. He's holding on. He's been your leader for the past few laps now. Running up the track a little bit higher than Case Beer. Yellow is out. We're stacking them again. 4th yellow of the night. Not sure who caused that. We are going to see here soon, I believe. This has been an incredible race. Bennett Allen has done a very good job this week. Oh, Beatty got loose. He got loose, overcorrected into the 24 bulky. And great job, everyone else. Oh, Mueller around. He did fine getting through him. It just, maybe he hit the berm wrong. I'm not sure, but he got around there. Beatty tagging the 24. That things get interesting. All right, the 37. Yep, Mueller just spun it. Got in the grass and spun it. Allen, Case Beer, Lawless. Your top 3 as they run. Lawless into the pits. He is pitting. This is huge, as we have a lot of guys down the pits now. Allen stays out. Case Beer stays out. Thomas, Zwick, I believe Luna going to stay out as well. Going to get one of those laps back. This broadcast, these things are very, very fun to do. Very, very fun to watch. Luna going to stay out, get a lap back. One of my favorite things to do for these broadcasts is go through and I'll look at the comments. I'll look at family members that are watching, drivers that are watching, guys that couldn't make it this week, or guys that run other leagues that couldn't make it. They're very fun to look at these comments, very fun to see all the family members that come out and support. Now, everyone here, if you guys like what you see, make sure to show a friend, make sure to show family members, share this around, get everybody on this stream, get everybody on the next streams, get everybody to watch this incredible series that needs more love. We need more drivers, more fans. This would be great to see a ton of people come out and support this. I love doing races. I love doing these races. I'm sure Nick loves doing these races, and I think if we could really get more people in here, it would be wonderful. I'd love to see a full field of, 25, 30 ARCA cars ripping around here. That would be incredible. It's incredible to see these guys get some exposure. I know that a lot of iRacing guys don't get much, but it's great to see guys like Alan get a lot of exposure. He's run what, 5-6 years on iRacing, I think is what he said last 2 weeks ago, I think, when he won. He just doesn't, guys like that don't get a lot of exposure. I mean, he's been dedicated to iRacing. He spent many years on it. Doesn't get the exposure. Case Beer, not as much exposure. It would be great to get all of these guys the exposure they deserve. I know a lot of them put their heart and soul into this. I mean, just look at these paint schemes. All of these paint schemes have had so much effort go into it. I don't see Mueller anywhere. I see Irwin. I believe that's Irwin. That should be, yep, I believe that is his car. Lamb as well, I'm not sure. We have some people missing, it appears. We definitely have people missing. I'm just not sure who is missing. Lama in there. I don't see... No, Mueller is there. Esposito out back. I'm not sure why Esposito is elected to be behind the lap cars, but the base car ducks off, and here we go, rolling to the restart. Green is back out. The Speak Up Speedway Classic 120, presented by DriveTrainer Motorsport, back underway. The final 20 laps. Gonna be close. It's gonna be an incredible battle. Allen with a rocket ship. He's still on old tires. Important note. Lawless came out P6. He only dropped a few spots. He is dropping a little bit there on the green flag shuffle. Sanchez back as well. Volky got tagged by Beatty, and he's up to 9th. All right, the 15. Oh, the 88 gets tagged. Can he save it? Well, he does. He does save it. Hey, stay green. The 88 of Thomas. What a trooper. Well, that was a great save. Usually in these asphalt cars, when you break loose, it is hard to save them, especially depending on the steering ratio or the gear ratio. Not the gear ratio. The steering ratio you have in these cars. A lot of these guys are running 8 to 1 or 10 to 1, but an older ratio, a 12 to 1. You may be wondering what that is. Well, the ratio, it's determined how many degrees you turn the steering wheel determines how many degrees you turn the front wheels. Now, a lot of these guys want the car to react more, and when you put a lower ratio, like an 8 to 1, the car's twitchy. As you see out of some of these guys, the cars will twitch. They won't be as smooth, but it's also a lot easier to catch a slide. Now, some of these guys with the cars are very, very smooth. They run a 12 to 1. But what that does, when you get sideways, you're staying sideways. You are not saving that race car. Allen's still your leader after all this time, though. He's doing great. Case Beer, Lawless, Zwick, Stanley, your top 5 as they run, separated by 0.6 seconds. Great close racing here. Like I said, a very wide racetrack, very wide surface creates for various lanes to be run, especially with the progressive banking. You can run the inside, you can run the outside, you can run the middle, you could run somewhere in between, as there's like 6 lanes around this racetrack you could run. And it's just created for some great battles and great side-by-side racing, even some great follow the leader. I know the follow the leader isn't always what guys want to see, but it keeps the racing very tight, and they're ducking around the track. Almost like what you see in IndyCar around the Indy 500. It's just, they're ducking to the bottom down the straight. Now in that tri-oval, it does not look like they're doing much of that. Although, nope, they are. You see them, they'll duck down, then they'll go back to the outside, and they'll duck right back down to the bottom through the corner. Some of them stay up top. Lawless, P3, remember, he's on fresh tires. He pitted for fresh tires, so he's doing really good right now in track position. Sanchez up as well. Your fast qualifier on new tires. Lawless up in a P3. He breaks into the P3. Two guys on old tires, ahead of P3. Lawless is running. Here he goes to the inside of Case Beer. And there goes the 83 to the bottom again. Important to note that Thomas running 8th. He was running up front for a long time. Keep an eye out on really, I'd say, oh, car round, it's LaGrave, and we got more cars collected. Oh no, that was a lot of cars. It looked like Stanley is definitely involved in that. He got hit hard. LaGrave got turned into the outside wall. I'm not sure whose fault that was, but that was somebody's. Oh, man. You know, one thing I'm questioning, I wonder if Luna avoided that. That would put him on the lead lap. That would put him back in contention since the start of the race. That would be the first time he's been on the lead lap since the very start of the race. It'd be interesting to see what that 67 can do in his first career start for the EIRCA Series. Very, very interesting to see. I'm not sure who all was caught up in that, but there is some smoke still in the backstretch. Looks like LaGrave self-cleared above Stanley, and somehow some of these guys do not have much damage. Irwin ducking way to the bottom. Yep, he comes through. Luna comes through. That was great. And yeah, it stacked them up. A little bit of damage on the 62 there, but not much. And Irwin coming hot. He just avoided him. He was coming in steaming. We got some guys in the pits most likely, or are they not going to pit? Are they going to stay out? We're going to see, but... Oh, we got guys coming to the pits. The old tire guys are coming in. Lawless coming in again. I'm not sure why he just pitted for tires, but it looks like everybody's pitting. I wonder if Luna is going to stay out. Yes, you're going to be on old tires, but you're also going to be back on the lead lap, and that is what you need around this racetrack. And maybe he's going to stay out. I don't see. Yes, he stays out. He's back in the lead lap. Mueller in the pits. Irwin stays out, I believe. Going to just gain an extra lap back. 11 laps down on Irwin. Lamb is 17 laps down. These guys getting some tires. And Esposito, your leader as they run. And maybe he stayed out. Esposito, it looks like he might have stayed out. Allen, Lawless, Case Beer out of the pits. There's no way Esposito pitted. LaGrave, Bulky. LaGrave up to 5th. He was running further back a little earlier in the race. Currently, Angelo Esposito. He pitted last on lap 38. He is on old tires right now, it appears. So he's gonna have to hold off Bennett Allen. Brendan Lawless, Jonathan K. Spear, I believe Brady LeGrave. If I'm not getting them mixed up. Sure, we'll get a graphic of LeGrave here in a second. P5. I believe Brady LeGrave. Sean LeGrave. I did get it mixed up. That means the 17 is Brady LeGrave. Sean LeGrave. Also pitted this lap. He is up to P5. I like that 18 scheme. Very clean. Bennett Allen, that is a new scheme. He was not running that scheme, I believe, last time he raced. Looking great, looking sharp. All these cars are looking sharp. I like that 91 as well. It's got a lot of graphic on it. I'm not sure exactly what the graphic says. I'll have to look after the race. I got to get some pictures of some of these race cars. Luna up to 11th. Sanchez P13, Beatty P12. Sanchez and Beatty, something happened. I believe they just stayed longer in the pits. These ARCA cars are looking very sharp. One of my favorite cars to watch. There's some of my favorite designs that are get put on these race cars. Old Gen 6 bodies, old Gen 6 designs. I just love the look of these things. It's more like a modernized Gen 6 car. Esposito, your leader. With that basic iRacing 91 font. Bennett Allen. That looks more like a Tricon. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember what runs that number, I believe. I'm not sure what runs that number in the ARCA series. I know the Tricon runs that font in the trucks. And there we go, the pace car ducking off, and we are about ready to hit the restart zone. You'll see that line with that blue. We are green. That Geico restart zone. We're back underway. Speaking of Speedway Classic 120 presented by DriveTrainer Motorsport. Back underway, 11 to go. Close to a 10-lap shootout, just going to be an 11-lapper. We got some battling already. You are not going to hold these guys back. If they want to battle, they are going to battle. They are all very quick. Esposito going to get swallowed up by the field. 3 wide, and he's back to 3rd. He's got the bottom lane, but here comes the 83 to the bottom, and Case Beer gonna get to the outside of him. The 91 washed up just ever so slightly. Allen still your leader now. Lawless trying right there. You look at the times, he's really close. Esposito getting swallowed up by the field on old tires. Thomas back up to P5. Thomas, he's been all over the place, and he's back up into the top 5. That's incredible. Luna back to P12. Just running some laps down here. His first start. We're going to see what he's got in the last 10 laps. Here comes Lawless to the inside. What a run! Through the corner up the track a little bit. He's going to get a good drive off of the 15. Going to get a better one. And who's going to lead this lap? It looks like the 15. Bennett Allen leads that lap. 9 laps to go. Here comes the rest of the top 5 into the mix. Like I said, it's almost like pack racing with how close these guys get to each other. And the 83 to the bottom looking for it. Ooh, Bennett Allen on the top is just so strong. The run getting, it looks like he got a little bit of help from Case Beer as well. And Case Beer looking at the top. We got, like I said, the entire top 5 battling. And here comes the rest of the field up to him. Oh, somebody got a little sideways. There's some tire smoke. Thomas maybe going to get a push from Zwick, or Zwick going to get around him. Zwick is going to try for the pass, and he's so far going to have it. Battle for second, Lawless, Case Beer, and oh, Lawless up the inside. Oh, he hits the 15. 15 sideways, but he saves it. Incredible stuff. He keeps it straight. Oh, and we got guys going to the bottom. Oh, the 30. Gonna be all over the rear of the 15. He hit him. I know he got into him. I'm not sure if that was a push or what, but these guys are going for it. They do not want Allen to win this over them. They want it more than they want him to have it, definitely. Case Beer trying hard. Lawless trying hard. I think they'd rather lose than see him win right now. Allen has been so dominant in these past races that he's really participated in, and it's just You definitely don't want to see the same guy win every week, especially these drivers that are trying really hard. I mean, they are pushing these cars to the limit. With a 15, you either love him or you hate him. Every driver on this track is trying to take that win from him. Not sure how they feel about him, but they're putting feelings aside right now. The 30, Case Beer, I know he's one of the admins in this league. He's forced to like everybody. Well, at least forced to be nice to everybody for now. Looking to the bottom, maybe, will he do it? No, he's going to go back to the top. That's what he's been doing all race, all session long, all day long. He's trying for it. These guys are really pushing hard. And Allen, you can tell he's pushing just as hard to stay out front. Allen off of 4, gonna take 5 laps to go. 5 to go for Allen. He's up to the top. He's maybe, I believe, is he gonna try it? And the 30 gets to the back of him, gives him the bumper. Here comes the 83. The 30 still giving it to him. The 83 to the bottom, slides up in front of him. He takes the lead. The 15 attempting the crossover. Bennett Allen back to the lead. Successful crossover. Oh, the 83 gets tagged by the 30. We stay green. Incredible. The 30 falls back. Lawless to the inside of the 15. Brendan Allen still your leader. Here comes Bulky. Case of Beer behind. Zwick behind him. The top 5 separated by a blanket. The 24 to the inside. He is powering through to second. 4 laps to go. Soon to be 3. No, it's still 4, but it's going to be 3 this time by, and that is when people are really going to start hammering. If you think 5 to go is where they start getting it, wait till you see 3 to go. And then the white flag's where it gets the absolute worst. The 15 still out front. Oh, man, the 83 and the 24 going at it. The 83 diving to the bottom of the 24. He's down in the berm. Can he hold it? Drives it up off just a little too much for the 24 to get a lane, but he doesn't take it. They're battling right now, coming to 3 to go. Guys, you got bigger fish to fry here if you want to chase down Bennett Allen. 3 laps to go. The 24, is he going to stay behind? No, he's going way up top. They're all battling for it. Here comes Lawless. Not going to get to him. And if he would have got to him, he would have been able to put the bumper to him, and we would have seen a way different backstretch running order as we see now. Case Beer back up to 4th. Really be able to catch that front pack. Lawless has yet to have a win. He did not lead a single lap in a race when he finished second to Brennan Allen. Brennan Allen won the Charlotte race, the 83 of Lawless. That was the first race we've ever broadcasted, and Lawless finished P2. And looks like he may have an opportunity to do that again, but he does not want to finish second. He wants to finish first. 2 laps to go, and Lawless to the inside. Is he going to get him? Maybe a little bit of a collision. I'm not sure, but down the back chute, Lawless may get a little bit of a helping hand from the 24. He's going to go to the inside. The 24 to the inside now too. 83 with a hell of a drive in. Lawless, incredible. There he goes off of turn number 4. Lawless, white flag in the air. One more time around. Lawless, your leader. Will he be able to pick up his first career win? Will Brendan Allen take it from him? Will it be Lawless's turn, or will Allen repeat history? Down the back straightaway. Don't count Bulky out. He's still involved. Lawless by 0.19. It's closing, and it's closing fast. Through turns 3 and 4, one last chance for Brendan Allen. He's going to put the bumper to him. Brendan Allen to the inside, collides. They're wrecking. They tag. Coming to the line. Who's going to get it? LaGrave steals it. What a win. What a win. Brady LaGrave, your winner. Led 0 laps until the last one. He led the only one that counted. It was not determined till the last corner. It wasn't even determined till the line. Brady LaGrave edges out your wrecking leaders. What a win! What a win from LaGrave! I'm sure there's going to be celebrations from Victory Lane on that Trading Paints number 17. Wow. At the line, second, going to be Case Beer. Thomas going to be third. Oh, we got some post-race shenanigans. Then it is Thomas finishing third. I didn't even notice Thomas finishing third. He's been all over the track, and what he brought it home. Then it's going to be Stanley, LaGrave, Zwick, Allen, Esposito, Sanchez, Luna. Luna bringing home a top 10 in his first career start. 24 almost brought it home there. He came to the inside. He just couldn't get low enough. The top two, they were fighting for it, and they wrecked coming to the line. And as for now, Lawless going to be P11, Allen going to be P7. Beatty, P12, Bulky, P13. He is out. Your top three off of turn number 4 is not even inside your top 5. LaGrave doing some burnouts. He's tearing it down tonight. LaGrave with a heck of a win. He stole it away. He was not the favorite to win coming off at turn 4, but man, he put on a hell of a show there at the end. Everybody here putting on a heck of a show. LaGrave, Case Beer, Thomas, Stanley, LaGrave, your top 5 as they run. We have 2 LaGrave boys in the top 5. Let's look at this again. Into turn 1, Lawless got a good drive in. I mean, you can see Allen's charging hard for it. Bulky's trying. I mean, they're running pretty close to one another, and then Lawless is gaining a little bit. He's got a good gap, but Allen just down the back straightaway. I mean, he just gained so much time down the back chute, and he had such a run going into 3. He just took it. He saw an opportunity, and he took it. Dove into turn 3, gave the bumper just a little too hard to the 83, drove up on the inside, didn't let off enough. Turned the 83 a little bit. They both got sideways, and they were fine. The 24 just couldn't get low enough. If he would have got just a little, I'd say a little bit lower, he would have been your winner. But he wrecked off of 4, and then the 15 and the 83 in the span of 100 feet managed to go from 1st and 2nd to 7th and 11th. And there it is. The 83 tagged the 15 again. And the 15 up the track, the 83 up the track, and then here you'll see the rest of the field. There it is. LaGrave coming to the inside, Case Beer down to the inside, the 88 at Thomas to the inside, and there it is, your winner at the line. It's LaGrave. What a race. That was insane. Everyone, make sure you stay in, guys, for the end. We have our post-race interviews. We have our running of the schedule, running of the points after this, because I am sure the points got shaken up after this. It was shaping up to be another incredible finish from the 15 and the 83, but instead it was an incredible finish from the 17. I mean, all of it, and then, like I said, Thomas coming home P3, Jonathan Thomas. He was all over the field today. He was at the front, he was at the back, he was in mid-pack, he was just kind of wherever. And at the end, he was just there when it counted. He showed his pace early on, and he was there when it mattered, and he brought it home in P3. Still would have brought it home in P6 if your top 3 didn't wreck, but your top 3 wrecked, and that put him P3. It was pretty great. Like I said, top 10 out of the 67 car in his first start as well. But Jonathan Thomas, that was an incredible drive from him as well to bring home P3. I noticed a lot of these guys, they were driving really hard at the end. The ones that won the race are the ones that weren't quite driving it just as hard. The ones that didn't win the race are the ones that gave it literally everything they had. They gave every inch that there was to have, and then they ran out. They ran out of space to give. That caused some wrecks, and that was pretty crazy. All right, going to P3, we're gonna get Jonathan Thomas in here. Jonathan Thomas, do you have a copy?
I got your back.
All right, hey, Jonathan. So P3 tonight, man, that was incredible. How do you feel about that finish, man?
I feel a lot better about the finish than I do the entirety of the race.
Yeah, I noticed you were You were up and down. You were all over the place in the race, but you displayed that pace early on. What did you feel put you back throughout the race, even though you displayed your pace pretty early?
Coming into it, I knew we were going to get a lot of cautions that were going to break up the green flag runs. So at first, I tried to be a little aggressive. I didn't get as high up as I wanted to. I had the result to the pits, and then after that, I kind of got a better feel for the track, and then made my way up there. I think I was in the second row there, and then got caught into some contact and had to go to the back again. But yeah, I just felt like I tried to keep my pace and be in the right place at the right time, and that's exactly the way it worked out.
Oh man, you certainly put up a heck of a show in there. Uh, how are you feeling about this upcoming schedule before you get into the chase?
I like Bristol. I feel like I might even do better at Bristol than I was able to do here. Um, as far as anyone after that, I don't know. I've got to get some wheels on the track and see where I'm at with that.
Yeah, man, super excited. I'm gonna be racing Bristol here in a couple weeks, most likely with you guys. To see what this is like. I'm pretty excited. Just last thing, you got anyone you want to thank out there? Sponsors, teammates, family? I'm gonna give you the floor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I want to thank my wife again. Of course, she sat here and watched with me, cheered me on. I got my uncle in the lobby here actually, Bobby Luna. He kept it on the track most of the race. Got a 10th place finish on the lead lap, so thrilled for him. I think I had a few fans in the audience, so thanks to everybody who tuned
Hey,
in and try to do better next week.
looks like your aunt tuned in. I was looking
Definitely
at that throughout the
shout
race.
out Paula Hooper for sure. Yeah, she's a big fan. She supports all of us in anything we do, so kind of expected her to be right there. No surprise.
Yeah,
Love you, Aunt Paula.
been a great race.
Thank you, man. I'm excited to go back and watch the
Yeah.
broadcast.
Hey man, I appreciate you guys being here. Incredible race tonight, incredible car. You did good. I'm excited to see you next race at Bristol.
Yep, much
We're gonna have
appreciated.
that
I'll get
Fourth of
tons of
July
practice.
break. Yeah, we're gonna have that 4th of July break, and it's gonna be right back to the grindstone. And I hope to see you back in the top 5 at Bristol. You've been on some good runs, and you know, I'll see you next time. Jonathan,
Yep,
you got any
appreciate it.
last words for us?
Nope, we'll just try to keep it clean and move on to next week.
All right, thank
Appreciate the
you, and
broadcast.
thank you. We are going to see you next time. All right,
Awesome.
moving
Have a good one.
on from you too, brother. Moving on from this, our next driver is going to be Jonathan Case Beer. I
Doesn't
pronounced that right this broadcast?
doesn't look like he is here for an interview, so it's gonna be Brady LeGrave, your winner.
All right, looks like we're not. Yep, Brady the Grave. Brady, you got a copy for us, brother?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right, Brady, that finish, man. You got any? You want to break it down for us a little bit there? Going
I
through your
was
mind?
I seen that I was up in the top 5, and I seen the fourth place finish or fourth place guy right in front of me. I was just main concerned on trying to get a top 4 finish, but luckily coming out of turn 4, you had the three runner ups battling for it, and they all took each other out, and I was just right there at the right time to steal that win.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest. My eyes were not on you going through 3 and 4. I mean, that battle was incredible. The top 3, and they just all wrecked coming to the line, and you pulled away. You stole it at the line. I mean, that was incredible. I mean, you put on a heck of a show there at the end too. I mean, you kept it ahead of Case Beer, and you did really good. It seemed you were putting on a heck of a show. You were driving pretty good. I couldn't ask for a better finish out of anybody, and I mean, how did you manage to put yourself in the perfect position at the end of the race?
A lot of it just has to do with sabering your tires, making good pit stops. I made 2 pretty good uh, pit stops, and I got into that accident there, and I ended up using my fast repair to hurry up and get out there. And it was just a pit strategy and stuff really that mainly got me to where I was able to run for the first position.
Yeah, man, that was an incredible race, and that race definitely gave the Grave boys some exposure here. I know that there was, I'd say, more people watching this one than in some past broadcasts. I mean, how do you feel about winning in front of people too, man?
Oh man, it's amazing. You know, I'm not in the physical car, and I'm over here, and I'm sweating as a regular NASCAR driver would be, and I just got my mind on one thing, and that's going for the win when I'm that close. And man, it just feels so good to bring home a win this far into the season. I've been tracking it down and just waiting, and it feels amazing.
Man, I believe that might be the first. If I remember correctly, it's the first LaGrave boys win of the season.
Yes, sir.
So definitely enjoy that. I mean, your team definitely. I'm sure everybody's celebrating there over there at LaGrave boys. Um, Lastly, I'm going to give you the floor. Is there anyone you want to thank out there? Sponsors, teammates, family?
I wanna thank friends and family who are watching right now, and I hope they're just as proud as me or of me as I am. And I would like to thank everybody for what everybody put on for a race tonight. The broadcasters, I would like to thank you guys for doing an awesome job. And I'd like to thank my stepmother for the new paint scheme for this race. It was amazing.
All right, man. Heartfelt out of Victory Lane. Make sure you enjoy your race here, brother. Anything you want to say? Lastly, any last words for the broadcast?
I just want to thank my teammates also, and I want to give a shout out to the 18 of Sean LaGrave. He did an awesome job tonight with a top 5 finish too.
All right, yeah, I almost forgot about that. Top 5 for the Grave as well. And thank you, Brady. Enjoy your win. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner in the number 17, started 15th, Brady LaGrave.
Thank you.
And now, Nick, this is where we're gonna transfer this over to you. Gonna go from the race recap, standings, the next 3 races, as well as the finishing results. All right, Nick, are you ready for the race recap?
Yeah, so Danny Sanchez had your pole position. Didn't end up finishing as well as he wanted to. Back in 9th, had some equipment malfunction at the start of the race. Looks like he was saying. Fastest lap goes to Bennett Allen with a 39.968. Bennett did lead the most laps, but that last lap commotion did drop him down to 7th. Brady LaGrave, your winner, went all the way from P15 to P1. Charles Irwin dropped from P4 to P15. And Declan Beatty, with 26 incidents, seemed to be the one that was in the most wrecks out there. And let's look at our finishing results as a whole. Brady LaGrave takes it home in first. Jonathan Casabier in the 30 car finished second. Jonathan Thomas in third rounds out your podium. Kevin Stanley Jr. in fourth. Sean LaGrave in fifth. Zane Zwick in sixth. Bennett Allen with Money House Racing in seventh. Angelo Esposito with Extreme Metal in eighth. Danny Sanchez with Backpack Racing in ninth. And Bobby Luna rounds out your top 10. Brendan Lawless in 11th. Declan Beatty in 12th. Austin Bulkey in 13th. We saw him running up front quite a bit. He was back and forth. Evan G. Mueller in 14th. Charlie Irwin in 15th. He was our driver spotlight. Might have been a little bit of a commentator curse on that. Nicholas Lamb in 16th. Let's look at the post-race standings and how it affected the championship. Charles Irwin still leading. Danny Sanchez still in second. Bennett Allen still in third. The gap is a lot closer with the way Charles Irwin finished tonight and Danny Sanchez. Bennett Allen only 12 points behind. Brandon Lawless 19 points behind in fourth. Kevin Stanley Jr. in fifth. Jonathan Casabier in sixth. Jonathan Thomas, your third place finisher for tonight, in seventh. He gained 2 positions. Zane Zwick right in the same spot as he was before this race in 8th. Declan Beatty in 9th, and Angelo Espo in 10th. Brady LaGrave, your race winner, gains 2 positions up to 11th. Austin Bulkey in 12th, and Brandon Ybarra in 13th. Nicholas Lamb, last person to make the chase as of now, in 14th, 87 points behind. Sean LaGrave had a top 5 tonight. He is in 15th, 125 points behind Charles Irwin. Evan G. Mueller in 16th. Chase Marks in 17th. Clay Stewart, 18th. Jay LaGrave, also with the LaGrave boys, in 19th. Zane Hussein in 20th. William Marler, who just served his 1-race suspension, so we hope to see him back next week at Bristol, in 21st. Curtis Hoyt in 22nd. Dylan Matthews, 23rd. Devin Matthews, 24th. Bobby Luna still in that same position after tonight. He finished 10th. 25th. Ryan Taylor, 26th. And now let's take a look at our upcoming schedule. Next week next week we're off for the 4th of July. OBN Studios won't be broadcasting any races, and the EIRCA will be taking the week off. Bristol Motor Speedway will be Tuesday, July 14th. I believe Steven will be racing in that, so we'll be able to see a little in-car action from the booth. Nashville Fairground Speedway in 3 weeks, and then Iowa Speedway in 4 weeks. Those last 2 races we just said are open for sponsorship, so reach out if you would like to. And from here, I'm going to let Steven take us away and sign off for the night.
All right, thank you, Nicholas. And this has been an incredible broadcast. It's been our booth, Stephen Woods Jr., myself, as well as Nicholas Sasak, my partner. This has been an OBN broadcast brought to you on iRacing. Signing off. We'll see y'all next week.